What's good, everybody? Joshua Jericho here with another episode of Tales of Berseria. And we are on the beach. We just caught up with the Malik Grimoire, and she's agreed to read the tome for us after a little negotiation.
From what we heard in Iseult, demons are attacking villages, and more people are growing upset with the Abbey. So I hadn't expected things in Haria village to be so laid back.
They might be on their best behavior because you're accompanied by an exorcist.
Huh. I didn't know you could see the world in more than just black and white.
The Abbey wouldn't entrust my responsibilities to someone who couldn't see beyond the surface. I have seen many things in my work. I've beheld both the light and the darkness in the world of men. Despite that, no, because of that, I won't turn away from the wrongs that I encounter. Moreover, I have faith. I believe there is good in all our souls.
The darkness, huh?
Yes, like you.
You're awfully direct.
She is awfully direct. Hey, what's good, everybody? I just realized that I had the mic muted because I was having a choking attack right before I started recording. And so I fought that whole Code Red battle talking the whole time, and oops. Sorry about that. Hope you guys can forgive me. And what I'll do is I'll go back and I'll speed edit through some of that stuff, and then we'll just start the episode here and pretend like it never really happened, right? That sounds reasonable, doesn't it? Please say yes. My bad. Sorry about that. I will try to not choke anymore. I totally dropped the ball on that. Here. Dark bottle. Dark bottle. Come, tell the daddy takes the T-bird away. Jump. There's like no music here. It's totally quiet. It's kind of creepy. Well, what exactly did you expect from a village like this? Yeah, what did I expect from a village like this? Not that, I'll tell you. Roar, roar, roar. Roar, roar, roar. Now I find another one of those. Well, you're too late. I kind of stopped doing dismantling and mantling because and I know this is going to sound dumb, but like I just have like tons of stuff for dismantling that I never used to mantle again. So it's like I'm just getting inventory full of everything, and then I don't get anything, I don't use them. And I just kind of stopped worrying about it. So maybe that boss fight that you guys couldn't hear me going, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna get a win. I was freaking out a little bit. Like maybe that would have been easier if I had been dismantling and mantling and stuff. So I want to start buying some of this. Wizard's Mentate. If a character has learned a derivative of an active art, you can perform it by pressing and holding the Mystic Arts button during the casting delay. Okay, I'm not even sure I understood any of that. Dear travelers, if you're looking for a place to stay, the big building by the sea is it. Down by the sea. I am super creeped out. There's like no audio here. Should we really be trading our traditions for a bit of security? Listen to yourself. What use are traditions if you're not alive to enjoy them? He makes a valid point. This is bad. Another day I've come home empty-handed. You used to just cast a couple of nets and come back with a full boat. How could this be happening? It's like it's become the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. But I feel fine. Cat box, cat box, cat box. Dadgummit. Why are cat boxes so expensive now? They're getting out of control. Inflation on cat boxes has gotten out of hand. That seems like the quote-unquote end part of the... Not the end, but that where I stop for now. So I'm going to go do the other stuff real quick. We don't get many visitors here. I'm not sure why you come, but there's nothing more of interest here. Oh, no. Oh, no. Maybe we should ask the Abbey to help our search. If they start sniffing around my mom, it could end up making matters worse. I didn't quite follow any of that. There's a something down there and I want to get it. Aha! There's the kid. Or a kid.
I can't deal with this anymore.
What's the matter?
Everyone's sick of all these fruit-flavored gels, right? So, I made gels using the giant cacao beans only found here on this island. It gave them a nice bitter chocolate taste. But people complained that they weren't avant-garde enough. Ugh, chocolate-flavored gels, how prosaic, bah! This got me fuming! So I caught some maiden bonita fish you find around here, ground them up, and made some gels with them.
You put fish into chocolate gels?
Well, people do braise meat with chocolate. Chocolate and fish may go surprisingly well together.
Exactly! It was the discovery of a century. The bonito flakes crunchiness and the gel's gumminess made for an exquisitely bad combo, which made it interesting.
So if you made an innovative new type of gel, why are you so angry?
That's exactly my problem. I outdid myself. Now I need to make my Gels World debut as amazing as they are. So I thought up the ultimate plan.
And that is?
I'll put my Choconito gels in toilets all over the world. I'll call it the Great Choconito Toilet Gambit. No one will go to the bathroom without finding my gels. I think everyone will have a lot of fun. So, genius, right?
Yeah, it's weird, but I think it's funny too.
Right? I knew that kids would get it.
Who's a kid?
But all the adults in my village called it silly and lowbrow. They forbade me from selling my Choconito gels at all. Isn't that just horrible?
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Aw, man. Things used to be so much better. Mom would make me dinner, and all I had to do was goo 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 ga, and everyone would smile and praise me. I don't want to become the kind of grown-up who can't find any fun in looking for gels in toilets.
What? so little idea what that was even about. Gels belong in the toilet. You could be right. The weirdest part is that they actually took time to voice act that. That's the weirdest part. Gels in the toilet. I'm not even... I have no idea for that. Just nothing. Nothing comes to mind in any way, shape, or form. I'm just going to let that one stand as it is. Move on. That was completely bizarre.
We could use a place to stay. Any rooms open?
Yep. Just finished cleaning, in fact. You can help yourself to that room there.
All right, time to start deciphering this scroll.
Let's wait somewhere outside so Grim can concentrate.
Do you think maybe I could stay and watch? I really do want to study the ancient tongue. I promise I'll be quiet and not get in your way, teacher.
What did you just say, child?
That I'd be quiet and...
No, what did you call me?
Teacher? You said you didn't want to be called ma'am, so I thought maybe that'd work.
Yes, satisfactory. All right, I'll teach you how to read Ancient Avarost.
Thank you so much, teacher!
We'll leave you two alone then. Let us know if anything comes up.
Okay. Who's in my team right now? Ah! Nobody's in my team! There's nobody at all! Oh. This is gonna be one of those things where I have to go find everybody. Okay, that scared me for a second. I was like, they took everybody away! But I get it now. Okay. My expedition's back. Yay! How is that different than the other eye patch? Oh, I guess it's just different looking. I don't know. Whatever. I'm gonna go with pass. Alright, so let's see. Who can we talk? Where's all the talking to people? It says there's one here. Okay, there is one there. Why does it say there's one there and I can't see that one? Let's go do this one.
Listen, I don't know what they told you in Isolde, but our village has its own traditions. This village is under the divine protection of the Empyrean Aminoch. For unbroken centuries, a line of his priestesses have guided us. They're tasked with performing the sacred rites of worship. And sometimes, they even deliver us his words and will.
And there's still a priestess today?
Of course. And her daughter is training to become our next priestess. Although, I sometimes feel they push themselves too hard. Both mother and daughter are giving their all for Haria. But the Abbey doesn't care about any of that. And they stole our temple from us.
By force?
An exorcist named Teresa came and heard us out. But from the very beginning, she always intended on taking our temple. Her words may have been kind, but that doesn't change the fact that she demanded that we worship her god, Enominat. In all the years we've worshipped Aminoch, not once did we ever try to force others to adopt our beliefs.
Why haven't I seen this priestess she's talking about?
All Mahina did was try to defend the freedom and traditions of her village. Uh-oh. Where's this Mahina? It's one of those things where I have to be over here.
Do you plan on just giving up? Palamedes is Aminoch's temple. The priestess isn't the only one whose job it is to protect that temple. It's the duty of everyone born in this village.
Why did the Abbey need Aminoch's temple badly enough to risk causing this much unrest?
But how will we protect our village from the demons if the Abbey abandons us? Besides, we won't be able to do business with the people of Isolde anymore.
Our faith in Aminoch has nothing to do with the demons. When the priestess gets back, I'm going with her to protest.
The demon blight changed everything. Will we never be able to return to the way things were?
The way things were.
I miss the old days. You remember the festivals for Amanoch, don't you? I miss how Mahina led us in singing and dancing all night. Those days are gone. Now it's time for us to follow the rules of the Abbey. Please don't do anything rash. Interesting.
So she digs being called teacher. Well played, Laphicet.
She wasn't so fond of ma'am, so I guess he figured he needed an alternative.
You can tell how badly he wanted to help her with the languagey work. I think our Malak boy's finally finding himself.
So it would seem.
Humans and Malachim are really the same. Sounds pretty strange coming from a demon like me, huh?
What connection do you think there is between the violent demon Teresa mentioned and this village?
Couldn't tell you.
Could there have been a demon blight breakout here? This village doesn't look like it's been attacked, but...
Whatever it is, if it keeps the Abbey's eyes off us for once, that's good enough for me.
You really will use anything and everything towards your own aims, won't you?
Yep, and that includes you, as I'm sure you've noticed.
Hey, I'm just like my teacher Artorias. Still, something curious is going on. A demon in Haria.
It sounds like deciphering the text might take some time.
We should be prepared to wait it out here a while. Hopefully it'll all be worth it in the end.
I hope so too, but ancient Avarost is complex. It's not just a matter of knowing the grammar and vocabulary.
Oh? Then how exactly do you read it?
I'm not sure about the specifics myself, but from what I understand, you kind of have to intuit a lot of it.
A language based on guesswork? Thanks, old dead people. You're officially the worst.
That might be my new favorite line. Thanks, old dead people. You're officially the worst. I'm not sure if it's decipherable, but we'll have to try. Yes, we will have to try. And by we, I mean Laphicet, doing all of the work. Not me at all.
Banning local religions. The Abbey sure knows how to oppress the populace.
I'd imagine that comes part and parcel with spreading the good word. Other gods would only get in the way.
From what we overheard, it sounds like they've taken over Amanoch's temple, Palamedes, to use as their base of operations.
Sealing it off would be provocative enough, but straight up taking it over? Not a lot of so-called reason to that. Unless... Do you think they need it for some other purpose?
Shrug.
Oh, ancient Avarost. You have the obstinacy of a spurned lover who refuses to move on.
Even for you, teacher?
It's this one crucial line. I can't wrap my head around it.
Well, from what you've taught me so far, it looks like it says... Sa, Popo, Mucho, Sanchon.
Correct, but if you merely translate it word for word, it ends up saying, the parent hates tomatoes, the child eggplants.
I doubt those have much to do with Innominat. Yeah.
Their grammar is nothing like ours. Sometimes you have to reorder the words, and even then the meaning can require leaps of logic and flashes of intuition.
Reordering? So like... San-san, Pocho, Pocho, Pocho Musan, Pocho Musan. Can you read it that way?
Pocho Musan. Now where did you get that from?
These words are lined up, like they repeat. And when I read this part that same way, it just felt right.
Pocho Musan. If that's repeated here, then the passage turns into the Nameless Empyrean.
Empyrean!
Ho ho, that has to refer to Innominat. I think we're on to something. Alright, so if we apply this rule here, then... It would seem to be a book of children's counting songs.
It's not about Innominat?
What matters is what the song says, child. And I think you will be very interested in the words. I wonder if they've made any progress yet.
Shall we go check on them?
Well, any results? Yes. Well, thanks to the boy here. As it turns out, he has quite the knack for languages.
Only because I've got the best teacher.
Careful, honey tongue. You'll give this old girl ideas. Huh? Now, child, I'm sure they're curious about the song we unearthed. Why don't you read it aloud?
Yes, teacher.
Song?
8-headed is the lord of the land, with 7 mouths to devour malevolence. Through pulses of earth doth base nature's flow, as he awaits the time of awakening. 4 Empyreans may tear him asunder, but so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therians shall be forever reborn, in sight of the full crimson moon. The nameless Empyrean hath one heart. The nameless Empyrean hath one body.
Therians? Essentially, this ancient text you found is an annotated volume of drawings and songs pertaining to Innominat. Annotated? Then hurry up and just tell us what it means.
I'm sorry. So far, we've only figured out how to read the song lyrics.
All right.
I take it we're still in for a good long wait before it's thoroughly decrypted.
Likely so, but if we want to find out what the Abbey is up to, we need to know what's in this book, no matter how long it takes.
What the Abbey's up to, is it? I think we can learn much, even from the lyrics alone. The drawings depict him with 8 heads. One of them belongs to his main body, but the other 7 are his mouths. Those mouths consume malevolence, sending it along Earth pulses back to that main body so he can awaken. The 7 monsters fitting that description are called
Therians.
Right. Now as for this malevolence, I have no idea what that means.
What about the second part?
I haven't studied much ancient history, but it said this world was created by 4 Empyreans: Earth, Water, Wind, and Fire. But they also call Innominat an Empyrean. Perhaps a war broke out between Innominat and the other Empyreans that resulted in him being sealed away.
But if there is someone to connect with this divine power, the Therians will keep spawning. And just like that, Innominat will be revived. If we assume that Shepherd Artorius fits that bill, and that he's trying to reawaken Innominat, everything lines up.
Which means our job is to find these Therians and cut off Innominat's heads, so to speak.
But where do we even start looking for them?
Remember, the song states that the Therians and Innominat's body are connected through Earth pulses. If their job is to feed Innominat, the most effective place to position them would be at the Earth pulse points.
Points?
The places where the power of Earth pulses is concentrated.
Places with that sigil. Hey, Remember the barrier that was keeping this bug in the forest?
Wait, are you trying to say that thing's a Therian? And yet, it would explain why the Abbey was keeping it locked up.
And there was that same barrier at the villa, too.
That's right. Do you suppose that was also a Therian? Does that mean the Therians all come in different forms?
Should we go to Logres and check?
We've just started deciphering the book. I'd hate to lose time on some fool's errand. I'd rather know at least a little more about what's in it before we make a move.
Something bothering you, Grim?
This line. The one about Therians being forever reborn.
I just felt the same thing as I did in Warg Forest.
The needle's pointing in the direction of Amenoch's temple, Palamedes. Do I recall hearing that the Abbey took that over?
Temples and ritual sites are often built on places thought to be rich in spiritual energy. Could the temple possibly be an Earth Pulse point?
There's lots of Earth Pulse points scattered all over the world. If there's only 7 Therians, most of them will be empty.
It's not like we have any better leads. If there's even a chance, shouldn't we go check it out?
Better than sitting around waiting on the book. If nothing else, we'll find out what Laphicet is sensing. Just a theory, but if you were to kill a Therian... What? I guess there's only one way to find out. Never mind. Good luck out there.
If we were to kill a Therian... Okay, here's some... That was a lot, first off. That was a lot in general. Here's a thought, though. I'll just throw out there. We know that she's a Therian. So I'm going to assume that she was being used to feed malevolence into Innominat, right? That's why he kept her alive. So now we know why Velvet was kept alive. I always wondered that. Now we kind of have an indicator why. We also know that when she kills demons with her hand, sometimes they turn back into humans. And when that griffin did it, the high priest body turned back into a human. So that would explain it. So my guess is that the demon blight is the malevolence that Therian is eating in order to return his power. Now, that goes back... Oh, this is like really complex. Okay, so then that goes back to where I was talking about before, where maybe if Arturius is actually sees everything as a tool, right? Then he would also see demons as a tool. So creating the demon blight could have been a possibility that Arturius might have actually been behind that too, all in order to reawaken the malevolence, which would reawaken the Therians, which would then reawaken Innominat. Could he actually be a Therian as well? Oh, I don't know. There's so much going on right now. But here's the other thing. If she wants to kill Therians, she's a Therian. Doesn't she have to kill herself? Oh, man. And if you kill a Therian, does it give power to Innominat? Or does it make something else nearby more powerful? Maybe she can absorb the power of being a Therian. Maybe she could become all the Therians or something. I'll keep up deciphering work on my own. You all go see if there's a clue in the temple. We'll need to see it for ourselves if we're after the truth. There's no telling the truth until after you've seen it with your own eyes. Oh my gosh, man, this is so much stuff going on now. There's so much stuff now. I love this. I love when this part of the game happens, when you start to get clues and indicators and things. So All right. Well, I guess on the next episode, we'll go check out the Palamedes Temple. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you then.